What's up, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. As you may know, I recently took a little bit of a dopamine detox from social media, and one of the intentions going into it was to reframe my relationship with social media. In other words, I was just tired of feeling like I wasn't in control of my impulsive behaviors. It's pretty wild in retrospect how much of an effect social media has on your mental health. So anyways, today I want to share with you 5 ways to cure your social media addiction. And at the end of the video, I'm going to share a hack with you that has made the biggest difference for me. To be truthfully honest, I woke up feeling sick today, did not feel like creating, but we're going to push through because consistency is all that matters. So let's get into it. If you're allergic to peanut butter, I do apologize. That just gave me life. So lately, your boy has been trying to up his cardio game. I was supposed to go on a run today, but I'm just not feeling top notch. So instead, let's just go on a long walk. You ready? It's fucking cold outside. So this first tip that I have for you is to reflect on how you spend your time and how it makes you feel after doing those things. But when you make it a habit to reflect on how things make you feel, you'll discover new replacements to do things that actually make you feel better. Your energy is your most important asset, and if something is robbing you of that, it's very important to become mindful of that. It's only when you become aware of your subconscious habits that you can actually make a positive change. So it's actually not as cold as I was expecting it to be. Oh well, at least I'm prepared. This morning though, it was freezing. It hasn't been this cold, I honestly don't think, since the blackout, which if you've been following the channel for a couple of years, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it up here, wherever. Good times. Never noticed these barbed wires here. So this next tip that I have for you, oh God, this is kind of scary. Hold on. Look at what I have you guys on right now. Hopefully this branch doesn't break. But the next tip that I have for you is that if you have the urge to hop on social media and mindlessly scroll, replace that bad habit with a fun one. The same way they say with dieting, you don't want to just take it out of your diet. So for example, if you have the urge to drink a soda or have a bag of chips, don't just take it out of your diet. Just tell yourself to replace that with a package of crackers or a glass of water. Usually we don't like being told not to eat something or not to scroll or not to get on something, but if you replace it with something useful, it should encourage you to stay off of it. So maybe develop some healthy habits. Go on a walk, read a book, crochet, do something with your hands that requires you to move a little bit, or do something relaxing, listen to music, or at the very least, just go outside, get some vitamin D. It's always good for your physical and mental health. And just find a hobby that you're actually obsessed with, and it'll make the whole social media addiction a lot less enjoyable. And just like these rocks, it's important to maintain balance. The third tip is to focus on maintaining discipline as well. Once you're aware of your bad habits, focus on discipline and don't rely on motivation, because motivation comes and goes and it's not very reliable. Instead, use discipline and consistency to help you get to where you want to go. As long as you remain disciplined and consistent, you'll get rid of this bad habit in no time. And if you struggle with discipline, I strongly suggest building a meditation practice. Start small, just do 1 minute today. And then next week, add 1 more minute or 30 seconds. Just make it so easy for yourself that there's no excuses. What this is gonna do is 2 things. It's gonna help you build discipline, and it's gonna help you build more self-respect. And of course, I guess a third one would be stillness. That one's a given. But building that relationship with yourself is gonna help you focus on discipline and help you maintain these good habits that will help you accomplish your goals. By the way, the sniffles are going ham right now. So if you see a booger, sorry. I accidentally knocked it over. Is that coincidental or... So the 4th tip that I have for you is to create exciting goals that are actually achievable. When you plan out a clear vision for yourself, social media just becomes a lot less entertaining, and mindlessly scrolling just becomes super detrimental to your progress, which makes you feel like shit at the end of the day because you didn't meet your goal. And the more and more that you reflect on time wasted, the more you'll use that time intentionally the next day. Again, start small and focus on taking 1 step towards your goal each day. You just want to do 1 thing each day. Just set 1 goal, and as long as you do that 1 thing each day, you're making great progress, because over the lapse of a year, you keep that consistency up, man, you're gonna accomplish so many awesome things. I swear I notice like a new trail every single time I come out here. All right, let's head inside. Let's head back and I'll tell you the hack that was an absolute game changer to help me cure my own social media addiction. It's literally only like 55 degrees. I should have checked the weather before coming out here, because this morning it was damn near freezing. And now I'm sweating in my jacket. I kid you not, I probably counted to 30 the amount of times I sniffed as soon as I got inside the apartment. Holy shit! You guys have no clue how excited I am to receive that package. I've been waiting over half a year for this shit to show up. But anyways, I'm not gonna leave you hanging. The last and final tip that I have for you, and this literally changed everything for me, and what it is to set up a barrier between you and your impulsive habits. If you're anything like me, the whole timers letting me know that I've been on for 30 minutes was just not helpful, because I would click on that continue button or just to X out of that little window as fast as I opened up the Instagram app. I just found that to be not very useful. And so instead, I found this app right before Christmas break, and it's called OneSec. Basically, you can use this app to set up, for the lack of a better term, a firewall between you and your social media apps, any app. So if you have trouble opening email a lot, you can set up a firewall between you and your email. So for example, let me show you actually what happens. So every time I click on Instagram, it tells me to take a deep breath. Like, how mindful is that? I force myself to take a deep breath too. It's actually really useful. It tells you how many attempts you have tried to log in the last 24 hours. We're keeping ours pretty low, look at that. And then when you press continue, you have to set an intention. Notice how mindlessly scroll is not on there. However, consume mindfully is, because of, you know, doing research and gathering ideas for your own content. But what I find is that after setting my intention, it'll let me in the app and I go and do that thing. And then I know that once I'm done doing that thing, I should get off. Here goes my sniffles again. And I've just found that to be probably the most useful thing I have ever found. Another thing that I have been sort of testing with is to use my desktop to get on Instagram. There's something about just using the desktop that is not very sexy. Like, you don't want to stay on it. And I find that just using the desktop to answer DMs or whatever, it actually helps me get off of it as soon as I'm done. Maybe that's just something that is not really useful. I don't know, I'm testing it out and we'll see what happens. But that's pretty much it. I guarantee that if you do these 5 things, you will most definitely cure your social media addiction, at least with the right intention and effort. You have so many things to accomplish, and social media is just getting in the way of you doing that. So get out there and see what you're made of. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and leave a comment down below and leave an idea for something that you would like for me to talk about. Oh, and if you'd like to receive a Mindful Monday message every single week in your inbox, make sure to sign up for my newsletter in the description. As always, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great start to your week tomorrow, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye.